So most operating systems are going to have some sort of basic OS security on them. Originally, security for an operating system was not a thing. It used to be that the operating system was there literally just for operating the system. But obviously, as time goes on, and technology increases, the complexity of how things can be hacked also increase. So people have got ways of getting past things that were commonplace 10 years ago, whereas now obviously we've moved forward in terms of how to secure against it. So operating systems usually now have some basic security features in them. So, like to get into my computer, I have to do a login. So, username, password, and then it will let me in. Well, just usually password if it's local. You can also have things like wireless passwords because obviously you need things like that. So, a lot of operating systems, usually now as standard, will have things like basic file sharing privileges. So I can share this with somebody else on my computer, but restrict it for somebody else. So if there's 3 users on it, I can restrict it to just one person being able to see it. That's a part of security. Obviously, power on password. So that's actually getting into the computer in the first place. So obviously, user recognition. You can use like cameras now in order to get into either your PC or phone. Some operating systems allow fingerprint IDs, that sort of stuff. Obviously, WPA2, which you've probably seen before for your Wi-Fi router at home, but WPA2 is literally the wireless password for your Wi-Fi. Obviously, operating systems usually have this built in on how to actually connect to a Wi-Fi system using a password, so it's usually built into them now because it's commonplace. Passwords on shared folders, again, that's another thing. Passwords are used a lot just to sort of secure things. I mean, it's not that secure. It's better than nothing though. So at the most basic, operating systems will have security on them. Um, Obviously, for an organization, it's going to be client server based for how the operating system connects to your network. So the security on your operating system is going to be a lot different because it could be that your network sets the security for your operating system rather than the other way around. So, like at college you need to log in with your student number and your student password, which that's connected to a network. So that's another network operating system setting that for your Windows operating system because we may use something like Linux to run all the Windows machines. It doesn't matter; they are compatible in that way because it's only going over the network. So it really depends on what network features you've got set up prior, essentially, because it might be that you just use your operating system's built-in security, but depends on what how your network's set up essentially. So, um, obviously, an operating system might have different logons depending on the operating system being used on the machine. So, it might be that you have one login for one person in your household, another login for another person in your household, just to stop getting access to certain softwares or files or anything like that. Um, it really does depend on obviously what you're using it for. Um, a lot of operating systems now as well will what's the right way to sort of phrase this? Um, they will. In fact, I'm going to put this on camera. They will sort of have antiviruses built into them now. Like Windows has an antivirus built into it, but obviously it's not the best antivirus in the world. It's just the most basic one. Like they can't stop everything because an operating system's designed to run your machine. They're not designed to do literally everything for you. So it's not designed to run certain. It's not got applications built into it as such. It has some, but not every application in the world is built into an operating system. So it might be that you buy a separate antivirus. So usually to add security to your operating system, you need to add other applications that will do that for you. So that is a big sort of factor in terms of operating system security. You have to add your own. Um, Obviously, some are built in now, but 9 times out of 10, you need to have something extra. Otherwise, it's not going to work. So that is operating system security, basically at its most basic level.